In 2020, a shocking announcement shook the world. The United States placed a $15 million bounty on the head of a sitting president. This is the true story behind that unprecedented move. The target was Nicolas Maduro, the controversial leader of Venezuela, a nation embroiled in a profound political and humanitarian crisis. In March 2020, the U.S. Department of Justice unveiled severe charges: narco-terrorism, conspiracy to import cocaine, and other grave offenses. These weren't mere accusations. They were a declaration of war on an illicit network. The indictment painted a picture of a criminal enterprise operating at the highest levels of government, allegedly using state resources to facilitate drug trafficking and protect FARC rebels. This wasn't just a legal maneuver. It was a clear signal. The United States wanted Maduro out, and they were willing to pay handsomely for his capture. The bounty made it official, a modern-day manhunt, transforming a head of state into a wanted man, igniting a dangerous game on the international stage. But a bounty of this magnitude doesn't just attract governments. It attracts soldiers of fortune. Men like Gideon Goudreau. A decorated ex-Green Beret, Goudreau founded a private security company, Silvercorp USA. He saw the bounty not just as a payday, but as a chance for glory. He began to hold secret meetings in Miami with members of the Venezuelan opposition, desperate to find a way to oust Maduro. Their discussions culminated in a now infamous document: a multi-million-dollar contract to invade Venezuela and capture Maduro. With the contract signed, Goudreau traveled to Colombia to assemble his force, a small, ill-equipped group of Venezuelan exiles, all former soldiers yearning to reclaim their country. He also recruited two of his former U.S. Special Forces comrades, Luke Denman and Aaron Berry, professional soldiers for a seemingly impossible mission. In makeshift camps, they trained for the invasion, a plan codenamed Operation Gideon. Under the cover of darkness, they departed from Colombia, a handful of men in small, overloaded fishing boats, setting out to challenge a nation. But as they approached the Venezuelan coast, it became terrifyingly clear that the element of surprise was gone. The shadows were already waiting. Maduro's forces knew they were coming. The moment their boats hit the sand, the beach erupted in a storm of gunfire. They weren't invaders. They were prey caught in a perfectly laid trap. The firefight was short and brutal. Within minutes, the survivors, including Americans Luke Denman and Aaron Berry, were captured. Miles away, Gideon Goudreau, the architect of the invasion, could only watch as his grand plan crumbled into a catastrophic failure. Operation Gideon was over. The would-be liberators were now prisoners, and their failed invasion was about to become a global spectacle. For Nicolas Maduro, the failed invasion was not a crisis, but a gift. A perfect piece of propaganda to rally his supporters and prove his claims of American aggression. Luke Denman and Aaron Berry were paraded on state television. Their passports, equipment, and even their ID cards were displayed for the world to see, presented as trophies from a defeated empire. In Washington, the Trump administration strongly denied any involvement. The official stance was clear. It was a private operation, and the United States government had nothing to do with it. The captured Venezuelans and the two Americans were quickly tried and sentenced to long, harsh prison terms in Venezuela's notorious jails. For them, the dream of liberation had become a nightmare of captivity. But the story of Operation Gideon is not over. It is shrouded in mystery. How could a plan with Special Forces veterans fail so spectacularly? Was there a mole who sold them out? Or was the entire operation a setup from the start? A pawn sacrifice in a much larger game? The truth, like so many secrets, may forever be lost in the shadows of the Caribbean coast.